Hello everyone, today I'm going to show you guys how to make a really delicious rice. It's going to have all these veggies you see here. It's going to be absolutely delicious. So let's get right to work. Alright, so here we have 1 can of organic corn. I have about 2 tablespoons of fresh minced garlic. About 2 cups of organic brown rice. Salt. Cumin, about a half a teaspoon of cumin. This is a can of diced tomatoes with green chilies, probably jalapenos I think. This is to flavor and color the rice. 2 tablespoons of my own homemade veg broth. About a cup of diced bell peppers. About 2 cups of chickpeas. These were pre-cooked in the pressure cooker and then just drained. You can use canned chickpeas, probably about a can and a half or 2 cans. A half of a diced onion or 1 cup of diced onion. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go over to our pressure cooker. If you don't have a pressure cooker, you can follow the instructions to cook rice on a stovetop. To do this, I'm going to hit power on this and I'm going to do saute. So what we're going to do is drop the broth in the pressure cooker. It's going to heat up. We're going to go ahead and add the bell pepper and garlic. And this is just kind of like to infuse that broth. And then we're going to add the rice. So here we go. We're going to let that go for about 4 or 5 minutes till it heats up, and then it just infuses that broth with the aromatics. Then we're going to come back and add some more. Alright guys, so we have the aromatics in here. They're just heating up a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and put the rice in, and then the rice is going to kind of like saute a little bit with the aromatics and get infused with that flavor from the broth and the aromatics. So we'll toss that for a little while. We'll give it about 8 to 10 minutes just to let it soak up all of those flavors from the garlic, the onion, the pepper. And then we'll come back and add water and the rest of the ingredients. Alright, so now the rice has been cooking for about 10 minutes dry, which is the broth and the aromatics. We're just giving it a real quick toss. And now we're going to go ahead and add the diced tomato with the chilies. You can add just plain diced tomato or fresh diced tomatoes if you like, just to add some color and flavor. It's going to be a really colorful recipe. Add the corn. Give that a good toss. Add the chickpeas in. And now we're going to fill it with water. Now, in order to measure this correctly, you want the water about half an inch above the solids. Okay, so we're going to add about a teaspoon of salt for that much rice. Then we're going to go ahead and add the water. And this is about where you want it. About half an inch or so above the solids. Give them a good toss. And now I'm also going to add the cumin, about a half a teaspoon of cumin. One final toss. Now we're going to close the lid. And we're going to come here, hit the power button on the rice cooker, and we're going to hit brown rice, and it'll start the cooking cycle for the rice. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and serve this. And I like to do this little trick right here with a bowl. And what I do is I fill it with the rice. And it smells amazing. And once I have it filled, I use something to flatten the rice across the top. Just like this. Flip it on a plate. like this. Flip it over. And we have a beautiful dome. Now, what I do is I put down some avocado slices. This is just gonna make the plate prettier, and also I love avocado with rice. Actually, I think that's good. I'm gonna use a little bit of fresh cilantro at the top. And I have here some chilies that have some beautiful colors from my garden. Them there also, a little pop of color. And that's basically the recipe. It's just a cool little presentation. Show you guys what can be done. I'm gonna go ahead and dig in, give it a taste, and let you know how it came out. All right, so there's 2 peppers in here. One I can eat, and the other one is a Scotch bonnet, which is extremely hot. So I'm gonna get that out of the way because I'm not gonna be eating that. I'm gonna just eat the pepper first. I know it's like a ornament, but it's tasty. The heat from the rice gave the pepper like some heat, and it feels like it almost like cooked it a little bit, so it's like really nice and sweet and delicious. Now I'm gonna taste the rice. Wow. The corn, sweet right away. I get the cilantro, a little bit of the zest from the hot sauce that I put on. Wow. The avocado is really delicious. Overall, a great rice recipe.